alligator snapping turtle. This slow-moving reptile first emerged in North America 90 million years ago. Somehow it survived the mass extinction that wiped out 80% of life on Earth, including the dinosaurs. The snapping turtle doesn't stalk its prey. Instead, it lies motionless with its jaws open, waiting for prey to come to it. But it's not just an opportunist. The snapping turtle has one more trick up its sleeve to attract a meal. A rush of blood transforms its two-pronged tongue into a red, wiggling worm. A passing crayfish can't resist the possibility of a meal. Its carapace is no match for the snapping turtle's powerful bite. Zoologists call this kind of luring aggressive mimicry, to distinguish it from straight camouflage. There are many examples of these imposters who use lures evolved from their own body parts. But perhaps none is as beautiful as the orchid mantis. It masquerades as part of the flower it's named after, attracting, then ambushing unwitting insects. This luring, which seems sophisticated and cunning, is actually inbuilt behavior, instinctual rather than learned. One of the world's most unusual predators to use this trick lives in the Pacific Ocean. The warty frogfish, surely one of the oddest looking fish. It lacks a swim bladder, which most fish use to control their buoyancy. So it can't swim in search of food. Despite its relative immobility, the frogfish has evolved into a highly effective killer. Fishy hands, rather than fins, allow it to move along the seabed. Its dorsal fin has elongated to become a fishing rod. And the final touch, a lure that looks like a tasty marine creature. Using its hands to anchor itself, the frogfish dangles its bait and waits. A shrimp spots what it thinks is a potential meal and moves closer. By the time it realizes this isn't food, it's too late. Hook, line, and sinker. The usually sluggish frogfish strikes in an astonishing 6/1000ths of a second. It can enlarge its mouth 12-fold to gobble up prey twice its own size. But angling with your own body part isn't risk-free. The frogfish's lure is so convincing, it sometimes gets eaten. It can take 6 months to regrow, leaving the frogfish no alternative but to catch its prey the traditional, more difficult way. To understand how this fish, and animals such as the snapping turtle, evolved bodies with such elaborate lures, scientists are studying another reptile, The puff adder. Africa's deadliest snake. It's responsible for more human deaths than any other species. But the puff adder has given scientists an extraordinary insight into one of the evolutionary pathways that led to luring. The puff adder is a sit-and-wait predator. On a stakeout, it lies immobile, conserving its energy. Flicking its forked tongue, it picks up scent molecules in the air, sniffing for prey. A mouse comes within striking distance. A textbook puff adder kill. It's one of the snake world's fastest strikes, just a quarter of a second. But recently, scientists studying puff adders noticed they don't always go by the book. Sometimes, they flick their tongues for 30 seconds, far longer than needed to smell their environment. After filming thousands of hours of video in the field, the scientists discovered something remarkable. When amphibians were nearby, a puff adder, like this one in the center of the frame, flicks its tongue more frequently. And when a frog comes closer to investigate, the snake is using its tongue to mimic a worm to attract the frog. It's the first recorded evidence of a terrestrial snake using its tongue to lure prey. But the study also reveals the puff adders only use tongue luring for amphibians. When they're targeting prey that don't eat worms, they switch to another method: ambush. This ability to choose between hunting techniques means they're far smarter than scientists thought. Predators like the puff adder or snapping turtle rely on getting as close as possible to their prey before closing in for the kill.
Hey Love Nature fans, be sure to like and subscribe to catch all our wild animal stories. Get closer to nature right here on YouTube.